Gainsborough didn't go in much for Bible stories, so when he paints one, it's worth paying attention. There isn't anything particularly biblical about this painting. There are no halos, no miracles, no heavenly light. In fact, if we didn't have the title, Rocky Landscape with Hagar and Ishmael, it's quite likely that we wouldn't think of it as a biblical painting at all. This means, I think, that Gainsborough wanted to emphasise its contemporary resonance. He wanted the figures to come first and the story later. It's a dark painting. A woman and a boy walk barefoot through a wood. The pair are recognisably 18th century figures, just two vagrants wandering through uncultivated English land. They are similar to many of the happy peasants that people Gainsborough's paintings: the woodcutter's pretty daughter, the flirtatious milkmaid, the little scamp. Only here the scene is more sombre. The only thing that visibly marks Hagar out from ordinary peasants is the turban that she wears. It's a small sign, but it is enough. She is exotic, a foreigner, an outsider. They could be gypsies, objects of envy and fear, vulnerable because they do not belong where they are shown. There is a central triangle in the painting, formed by rock, tree and path, but Hagar and Ishmael are not centred by it. They are pushed toward one corner, about to step outside it altogether. Their story is both terrible and mundane. Hagar and Ishmael have been thrown out by Abraham. She carries a small basket of food and a pitcher of water. He wraps a red blanket around his shoulders, which they will probably sleep under tonight. This is all they have. In the shadowy wood through which they walk, a large rock above Hagar's head tilts forward. The trees lean together and almost close out the sky. We can see the path they have travelled all the way back to the distant mountainside, where pale companionable smoke rises from Abraham's camp. But neither we nor they can see where they are going. As the path rounds the overhanging boulder, it is cut by the edge of the picture. They have no prospects. Hagar was Abraham's slave. Ishmael is his son, but he is not the chosen one. She has been exploited and abused her whole life. After the birth of Isaac, the true heir, Abraham and his wife Sarah blamed Hagar for the way her existence reminded them of their own shortcomings, their lack of faith. So they got rid of her, hoping she would die and take their shame with her. The minimal provisions they carry will allow Abraham hypocritically to claim that he did not desire her death. The land hides Hagar, almost swallows her up, as the patriarch hoped it would. The rocky wood is an open mouth into which she and Ishmael have casually wandered. Later, when Ishmael is at the point of death, an angel will appear and save their lives. But the angel will not appear for some time. They are on their own. The lack of an angel changes everything. They're nothing special, the kind of people you might pass in between one place and another, cutting across the corner of a field, or disappearing behind a warehouse on an industrial estate. They are on their way to Calais. They have just climbed out of a truck in a Suffolk lay-by. Their clothes and meagre possessions may have changed, but their position in the landscape remains the same. It is not a place made by them or for them. They live in a land owned by other people. The shapes of the rocks do not echo their movements. The trees do not see them. Worse still, they are not quite alone. A second path leads to the foreground edge of the painting, where the viewer is positioned. In the cinema, this shot would mean that someone is watching them. The watcher is not quite on the path, but in the shadows to the left, with the broken stump and the rock, or is it a skull, among weedy grass. This is the predator's position, the stalker's position. The painting uses the Bible story as a device to get its viewers to think about their relation to the vagrants and the dispossessed who move across the country, socially invisible, politically expendable. If you found this video interesting, please like and subscribe or visit my channel, Think of a Picture, where you'll find many more.